Hello, everyone. Welcome to the GoLoco podcast, where I try to find sanity in our insane world. Today, I interviewed my good friend from college, Jenn, and we discussed a multitude of things from a Tagalog class we took, tips for students living in dormitories, and books. Before we start, just some housekeeping. Let me give a shout out to my patrons, Ashley and John. Thank you for the support. And if you want to get a shout out, support me on Patreon, where you can directly support me monetarily and gain access to episodes of the podcast, as well as unedited raw episodes. Support me at patreon.com/gologopod. Now without further ado, roll that intro. Hey guys, welcome to the GoLoco podcast. And today I have a very special guest, my friend, Jennifer. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there we go. It's all good. You said you were shy. It was bound that it's all good.
I'm shy.
So yeah. Anyway, Jennifer is my friend from college. We took a Tagalog class last semester, and we got really bonded over learning how to conjugate verbs and learning about utensils in the kitchen. It was a grand old time. And spilling ramen. Oh, was that too early? No.
Oh shoot.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's a story that we'll probably tell on this podcast at some point. I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
like I always do this for some reason. I'm like, hey, I'm not squaring up. I don't. I'm just like putting my arms up, like yeah, getting pumped. Let's
You're getting
go.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, so Jennifer recently graduated last semester. So tell us about the post grad life, cause I want to know, so I can get
Oh
ready whenever I actually graduate.
wait, when are you graduating? Did you get
uh,
your classes this semester?
I got my class this semester. We're all good, but it's probably fall next year,
Okay.
as long as I don't
Damn.
fail anything.
I know, must be nice. So you're gonna be you're gonna be a sixth year.
It's gonna be like Ray.
Uh
Gonna be like Ray. I'm like
wait,
buying
was
people,
Ray a sixth year?
or is he just fifth year? I don't remember.
I don't
I'm gonna be
remember.
super duper senior. Let's go.
Super.
Super.
Hey, but you know what?
I'm
When
like
you get
buying
that
people.
job,
Yeah, let's go. Super duper senior.
you're gonna be
Entourage
old
coming
buying.
back. Let's go.
Bro, you're gonna be so old buying that no one's even gonna know what old buying is.
Nah, Jason Aaron still got me on that end.
Mm.
I mean, in terms, I know a lot of people picked up a lot, and technically I would be at the higher echelon of picking up people, but then,
Mhm.
but it's all good. Anyway, for those who don't know, we're referencing Akbayan, which is a Filipino organization on our campus at San Jose State University. Shout out Spartans, let's go! And it's all and yeah. I When did you join Akbayan again?
I joined fall 15. So once we both got to San Jose State, that was like the first day I joined.
Okay, yeah, I did spring 16, so it was like right after.
Wait, you did spring 16? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Because I did spring 16. And yeah, so how how did you feel your experience at San Jose State was? Were to be dorming, classes, around the campus, extracurriculars, anything like that?
I did a lot.
You did a lot. All right,
Yeah, dude.
flex on these listeners and
Bro.
watchers on this pod. Flex on them. What'd you do?
Yeah. Like high key. No,
Oh,
like for
hockey,
real, high key. So
hockey.
I'm doing an internship right now and we have to do like an about me internship page and or like intern page and they're like, "Oh, what kind of extracurriculars did you do in high school or college, right?" And then I was like typing it out and I was like, "Bro, I did a lot. Like this is like hikey could be like a whole ass page." And I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
"What the fuck?" Yeah, so I did Akbayan and then within Akbayan I did friendship games and I did PCN. I did the Akbayan dance troupe and then I did whole government. I was an orientation leader. I did resident advisor. I was,
ERA, let's go.
I know, right? RA on duty.
Ugh, no.
Oh. And then I was, what's it called? And then I did 2 clubs for like public health, and I did a service learning trip to Oaxaca, and I volunteered at hospitals and did like a bunch of internships.
My God, you
I
really
know.
did flex. You really flexed on all these people who are like, I'm a. You flexed on me. I haven't done much. Or
I did.
comparatively, I haven't done that much extracurricularly.
Well,
Focused
I
too.
didn't do Greek life.
Yeah, oh, I only did started Greek life recently, so I mean, even that is just only a recent thing for me. Yeah, focus.
Really?
Yeah, I'd only joined fall 18, so
Oh,
I've been like, it's only
that's
recent.
pretty recent.
So I was around my organization for years, as always being rushed and never going through with it because I always put
Yeah,
excuses.
yeah,
Yeah, like money and
yeah,
driving and sleep
and
and
staying
education.
at work.
Yeah, but I eventually did
Education
it,
is
and
needed.
yeah, let me just shout out Alpha Phi Omega Gamma Beta chapter. Let's go. We love y'all. Peace and love. If you're listening on this podcast on any Spotify, I'm plug real quick. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Google Podcasts. What else? Or watching on YouTube. Yeah, let's go. Or watching on Patreon. Let's go. Give me money. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, I don't even know where I was going anymore. I had
I
a
know, it's
joke.
okay.
I don't know where the joke went. But yeah,
It flew away.
yeah. So I did meet Jen in Tagalog 1A, taught by the wonderful Tita Edith. Shout out Tita Edith. Probably will never hear this podcast, but
Well,
shout out Tita Edith.
I know. Send her a link real quick
And
and say,
If you're Filipino, when I mean Tita Edith, and you hear Tita, it's exactly what you picture. When she walked in, I legit did not think it was our professor. I was like,
yeah,
"Who's that? She's here to learn. She's here to like, what does she do?" I was
yeah,
like, it legit looked like someone's auntie just walked in, and then
she
she's
does.
like, "Magandang hapon," and everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
And she's legit like, she was everyone's tita in that class. It was like,
Mhm.
it's just, she used to go on so
Yeah.
many rants and tangents. It was great.
It was great. It
Yeah.
didn't feel like class.
No, it didn't feel like class. It just felt like didn't feel like a hangout, but it just felt like so chill, so nice, welcoming
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I like it.
At least that's our experience. At least my experience, it was pretty just welcome, pretty nice and all.
Yeah.
What did you think about Tag 1A?
I loved it. It was cool. It felt like a family, honestly. Like, I remember one time, this one girl, she like brought food and she was like just passing it out.
Oh yeah,
Like
I remember that.
who who brings food to like a
I
class
I think
and
I
just
came in like 5 minutes late, and you were like, "Hey, yo, get food in the front." And I'm like, "Food in the front? Like, what were
yeah,
we get snacks and food and shit?"
yeah.
It was
Even our
legit.
teacher.
Yeah, our teacher brought
Yeah,
food. It was like, it was really nice.
brought
We
food.
never went on that seafood city trip though. I'm sad.
I know. Or like Jollibee.
Jollibee.
That would've been fun.
Biggest negative.
Yeah.
Didn't go to Jollibee. How could you Tita Edith? Just
I
kidding.
know. We should have done what's it called? I know like Postmates or
Post
DoorDash.
like God,
They do
everyone pitch in.
Jollibee.
Oh my god, that would have been hella
We could have done
cool, hella
Jollibee.
dope. During almost class, it was like almost 2 hours. Yeah, it would have had they would have had time to bring it over, especially if we ordered early, like right before class. It would have been
Yeah,
doable. Oh, lesson learned, lesson learned.
I know. Maybe for tag 1B.
If my schedule can ever free up and there's not only one section for the classes I want to take,
Yeah,
it's all
please.
good. We love operatives. Let's go. Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes. By the way, another funny story that since we brought up earlier, this girl it was near the beginning ish of class, maybe almost halfway through. was just eating her ramen, just getting ready to eat it.
I know.
Freaking drops it all over the ground and spills everywhere, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, what the?" And I sat next to you. I was like the first one to notice. I was like, "Oh my god!" Freaking, and then we got our friend Mario just like rushing to get some paper towels to wipe that shit. And then I go right behind him, like, "We gotta clean it! Oh my god!" And then Tita Edith's like, "Chill, oh cool." I'm just
I
like, "What the
know.
fuck?" I just spilled a bunch of food in class.
I
It,
was so embarrassed.
it's all good. It's all good.
And you know what? I hadn't like bought ramen noodles in forever. Like not like the fast, like put water in it and it heats up, like ever in my college career. And then so for me to buy ramen noodles and then to have that happen to me, I was like, I am traumatized for life. I am never doing that again. But it was so nice because you and Josh and then Mario, Hello was helping me clean up. I feel like I didn't even really clean up. Y'all low key
Cause
did
you're low
for
key just
me.
like shocked. You're just like you're just
What just happened?
like what? I didn't drop it, right? It just magically appeared from the sky and
I know.
and
Just
it,
popped on the
just popped. It just came out of a portal open and just dropped all over the floor.
I know. That
No,
was like probably my most embarrassing moment.
yeah, it was all good. But yeah, tag 1A, Tagalog. Oh
Oh
my
my god,
god, I
are you
can't.
Filipino or what?
I said tags, that's why it messed me up.
Yeah.
Tagalog, and
Uh,
Filipino, you know. But
why did you join it?
what tag 1B?
Yeah. No, when I
What do you mean one? I did join it.
like yeah, well why did you?
Oh, my girlfriend had noticed that it was added, so she was like, "You should do it, and then teach me." In the back of my head, you already know so much. Why? How can I teach you?
Mhm.
But she's like, no, because she just graduated. She's like, you should take it, and I'm like, I have a free period. I can go take it, and I took it, and I don't regret it. It's like it's really one of the most chill classes since probably like GEs. Like one of my, I don't know, like some of my Gs were like really chill. Though I did have another chill class last semester in my media and culture class. Oh, it was such a nice class. Just like we just like talked about media, talked about news, talked about movies, talked about how it
Mhm.
affected culture. It was just like so chill. The teacher was like so nice. It's just like last semester was just so chill. This semester only got two classes, but they're really important.
No way.
I have more time to myself. But I've been really like trying, even though it's only like a week, 2 weeks in. I've been like really like in the books, making sure I like study, look at the textbook, figure this out. I've been taking so much notes in my free time. It's crazy.
Mhm.
I've never took this much notes, and it hasn't even really started. I'm just like scared based on what people have told me.
How many units are these classes?
Uh, I don't. I know it's more than six, but
Oh
I haven't
dang.
checked. So I'm like,
So two
I'm not part
classes
time. I'm not
worth.
part time. I'm not completely full time. It's like that middle
So you're
thing because
taking like
it's two
10.
classes and two labs. So
Oh, okay, that makes
yeah.
sense.
So it's like even though it's two classes, it's just like so labs haven't really started yet. And from what I
Mhm.
heard, my professors are apparently really good professors, but at the same time, just like there's a high fail rate for a reason. So even though I might not have the high fail rate teacher, I don't want to be the one who didn't fail on the high fail rate teacher. I fail rate
Yeah.
professor. It's like I don't want to be that guy. So I'm like really trying to make sure. And obviously, I want to graduate. I don't even know. I don't think my program has a designated time. It used to be 4 years. Now it's 5 years, and that's if you took AP Calc A, B, and BC. It's like what the fuck. Like so, it
Are
was
you computer science or engineering?
computer engineering.
Computer engineering.
So I had to
Okay.
take the first few years. I had to take pre-calc, calc 1, 2, 3. And then I did physics 1, physics 50 or is it 49? It's like I think it's physics like 50, 51, 52. There's like so
Mhm.
much math and science the first 2 years. Like my head was just like ah.
Yeah.
And then once I got to the actual part of my courses where it's like more about programming and hardware, it's all like there's still some math and there's still gonna be some math, especially in the more like design aspect. But reality, like it was like it was just like some concepts you have to borrow, but it's just like my god, so much math. I can't. It was like it was in so much math, so much physics, and obviously they're important. It was just like, oh my god, this is like not a 4 year course, and then they changed it to 5, I think, recently. So it's like, God, you
Mhm.
lied to me. You
I'm supposed to be out
lied.
in 4 years.
Now it's 5 years, and now I'm past that. Like I have friends who are like going into their almost 8th year. I'm like, I think that's a little too much because I don't know.
Eighth
I'm just
year.
like at that point, I'm like, if I go to an 8th year, I'm just like, I'm just gonna drop out. I'm just gonna go communicate. I'm gonna do something else. I can't stay in this
Uh-huh.
like this. That would be like San Jose State is not one of the higher end in terms of gathering student debt, I would think, but still, I'm like, I'm not gonna keep
That
pushing
accumulates
myself.
though.
That like if I couldn't afford it, I would not put. I would not be able to afford like plus that near 8 years time. That'd be too much.
Mhm. I mean, I'm sure those people probably had like financial aid or something if they
Yeah,
could
but
afford 8 years.
even still, it's just like, oh my god. Anyway, stop talking about me. Let's
No, no
start
more
talking
computer
about my
engineering.
guest, Jen. Let's go. Not same thing as Jen Korean barbecue to any San Jose people listening to
Mhm.
this, which is
All those
pretty
OGs.
good. And people in LA be like, Jen ain't nothing, and I'm like, we don't got anything up here anyway, so it don't matter.
I remember when Jen just opened at San Jose. It was our first year, and
It
deadass.
opened that year?
Yeah, it opened our first year.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah, because I would eat Jen like once a week,
Oh my god.
and then I'd eat like what's it called, kicking crab or boiling crab
Oh my god.
too.
Let's tell it. Every
Dude,
week, my
yeah,
god, I cannot afford that.
I know. Well,
Well, I had
was
retail.
it
I
every
worked
week? I think
retail
it was
for a
like
bit.
every other week, huh? Yeah, but I mean, it was better than the DC. Am I right?
Oh, let's not talk about the dining comments at San Jose State, which has improved marginally, but that's not saying
Mhm.
much when it had 2 out of 10 food to start off with. It's now
I know.
5 out of 10, 6 out of 10.
You
It's
think so?
all okay. And well, you swiped me in last semester, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's better.
Thank
I
you.
wouldn't want to eat here, but it's better.
Same. I didn't even really eat there either. Well, yeah, I had like almost a
So many,
hundred
and you're an
swipes left.
RA. You're like you had that all for not free, but it's like you had all that, and you're just like, yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's still okay.
Yeah, it's
I
okay.
think it's definitely improved.
How was for you were orientation leader and RA? What else on campus were you besides Akbai and then any other stuff? Were any other positions like that or no? Yep.
Yeah, I did. I was vice president and president of public health peer advisors.
Ooh.
And then I was membership coordinator and vice president for Health Science Honor Society.
All right. So my question would be like, what was the most like? I'm just more leaning towards like RA and the student and orientation because you're dealing with a lot of
Yeah.
freshmen and transfers. What was like the what was like your like standout moment, or you're just like whether it's funny, hilarious, embarrassing, crazy, serious moment that you can say. I don't want you to be like any confidential or like
I
something to.
know, like
I don't
confidentiality.
want, but it's like don't obviously if you got something, don't say their name. If you
Yeah.
don't say names, but if it's like something funny, it's like oh my god, someone like jumped off their bed and broke the floor. I'll be like oh my god, it's hella funny.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I
Ooh,
yeah.
I'm trying to think. So for orientation leader, for us, it was a 2-day program. But
All
when
right.
I became an orientation leader, it was a 1-day program.
My God, they try squishing the one
Yeah.
day. Was there any
Yeah.
sleep? No, you didn't sleep in the dorms anymore.
No, they didn't. No.
Oh, that
It was
sucks.
horrible.
I think
It was
cause
kind of like,
that's too much. It's
you,
1 day.
mm-mm.
Like that
Yeah.
means they probably have to go back to like a hotel if they're not around the area, and then just
Yeah.
drive or fly back. At least two
Yeah.
days. It gives you like a chance to breathe here, try to enjoy it,
And
sleep
you
in the
really get to
dorm.
meet people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep in the dorms. Think about the classes you want to take. But for us, it was like we only got to meet. So this didn't happen to me. This is not necessarily serious, but just like why. Um, so for us, you get to get connected where you get to meet your students that you're assigned to,
All right.
and you, as an orientation leader, you're supposed to help them try to make not necessarily like long lasting relationships, but like get comfortable with your group. So you do like icebreakers, you try to remember everyone's
Yeah,
name,
we
and
did that.
then you
Our
like
yeah. during
Yeah,
ours
exactly.
near the beginning. I remember those.
Yeah, and you get to basically have them ask questions and stuff.
Oh, let me.
And
Oh, back.
okay,
Hello, we're back. Hey, what's up? What were we talking about? You were talking about the welcome thing
orientation.
for orientation.
Yeah, so you do like get connected and like so you're supposed to take attendance to see which student is here and which student is not, right?
Right.
And I think if we have younger listeners here, this is great advice.
Right. Any high
Like,
schoolers or incoming
yeah,
freshmen, transfer students, peep
yeah,
your ears. Peep your ears.
yeah. Don't bring your significant other to orientation.
Ah!
I mean, it didn't happen to me, luckily, but one of my other orientation leader friends literally had their girlfriend, like, so the boy and the girl were there, right? And he was taking attendance, and we obviously know this person is not supposed to be here, and this girl was trying to say, "Oh, I'm that person that was not there," and so she tried like stealing someone's identity.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was
Fraud.
like, you can't even leave your boyfriend to do his orientation for like not even a day.
Like it's like, why did you follow? It's like, yeah,
I,
chill. What's he gonna do? It's one day. It's not even that long. He'll be back tomorrow. Chill.
I know. And then yeah, so that was crazy. I think for me, nothing really crazy really comes to mind,
Anything for like being
but
a RA?
yeah,
Any stories
yeah.
you're willing to share for RA instead of orientation leader?
But honestly, orientation leader was so much fun.
Okay.
It
That's
was
all.
like the highlight. I think it was like as a team, as like staff, we got really close. But in terms of probably connecting with our students, we really couldn't. Oh, but you know what's really funny?
What?
So my little in Akbayan, our Filipino Oregon campus. So she was an incoming freshman that year. And so, at the end of like orientation, you sign up for classes, right?
Right.
And so, I was pre-nursing at one point in my life. And so then I was put into the pre-nursing slash undecided slash undeclared cohort and
Right.
help students like pick out classes, right? And then since we had one of the bigger like student population, we were really strict. Like you couldn't go on Rate My Professor, you couldn't really talk. We were at like the Martin Luther King Library at the
Oh
computer
shit.
lab. Yeah, and like they close at a certain time during the summer because it's not school. And
Right.
so if you don't sign up for your classes, we're gonna get kicked out of this building. Like, so we're very like,
Oh my god.
yeah, very like
That's
kind of
hella
intense.
that's hella stressful and intense.
Yeah,
Especially
hella
for
stressful.
someone
And
who
it's
just started school. Like, oh my god. I haven't
yeah,
started
and like
school. You're signing up to start school.
and then imagine, I didn't know how to sign up for classes when I was a first year,
My god, I got
but
it easy.
it was funny because apparently what?
What?
Oh, because you're computer science or computer engineering, so all your
We
classes are
literally got
virtual,
our
right?
first year of classes signed up for us.
Yeah,
We just had
must
to
be
like
nice.
press enroll. It's like we had
Wow.
like the schedule, like here's what you pick these sections. And like we didn't like have to pick out the class. We still had to do the add to cart, enroll, but we had it all
Mhm.
picked out that first year. So we got like it was an easy in. I know everyone else is like, oh my god, I can't do anything. What am I gonna do? Oh,
Yeah,
who's a good teacher? I don't know. I was like,
exactly. They would
that's too
Someone would be like, "So what do you do in dance appreciation? What do you do in music appreciation?" And I was like,
appreciate.
"Appreciate dance. What does the title say?" You know?
It's
Yeah,
it's not like I said music.
you
That's it.
appreciate
Just like music.
music. Yeah,
Music what? Music.
music.
Just music.
Just sign up.
Just sign up. Come on.
Just sign it.
Music. Right?
It's an area
Just
C.
music.
Yeah, but it was funny because my auditing so apparently when, she was in my cohort or whatever that I was helping out, and I had apparently I yelled at her. Can you believe that? Me yelling at
No, not really.
yeah, but anyways, yeah, so she told me that I, like, yelled at her because she was, like, talking to her friend or there's actually 2 girls who told me that, who had come up to me or, like, I worked with after, Danielle from Tagalog too. She said,
Yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "You know, you yelled at me during orientation," and I was like, "Oh, I did?
Oh my god.
Oh, that was me?" And
Oh,
I was like, "Well, you shouldn't have been talking. I told you, you need to, like, focus on you and, like, get your schedule and then get out." Yeah,
yeah.
but that's really funny because, I mean, that was my outing and my honorary outing, and I was just like, "Oh,
Nice. That's
cute."
hella cute. Oh, I got a question for. All right,
What?
you were an RA, right? So how
Yeah,
many semesters were you in RA? Just one,
just
two,
2.
2 semesters? All right. So
Yeah,
I just gotta say for all the any incoming freshmen, any high schoolers, middle schoolers, whatever, anyone who's about to go live in a dorm, from an
yeah.
RA's perspective, what advice would you give them for their most likely just first year of just dorming, rooming with people for the first time? Like, what advice from an RA perspective can you give them?
Honestly, bring shower slippers no matter what. Um, right? Bring sh someone in our I'm not gonna name who, I won't say
Uh,
names, but someone from Akbai in our first year did not bring shower slippers, and you know where they live?
Bricks,
The
let's
brick!
go. That's
I looked at
my
this person and I was like, "You do not have shower slippers?
no. I
Like, that is disgusting."
no. As if you don't know, the bricks, which were a former collection of old, very old dorms on San Jose State, two
It's
of
like
them
the
have
oldest
been
one.
two of the the oldest, at least at that point when we first enrolled. Two of them are gone now. Rest in peace. One's still standing. Let's go Washburn. Even though I don't care for y'all.
You
No,
were
but like
Hoover?
the freaking bathrooms. I mean, yes, they were cleaned every week, but at the
Every
same time, it's a
day.
public shower for the basically a public shower.
Yeah,
And this guy didn't bring like any slippers, sandals.
yeah,
My God,
I
I
know.
went in. I brought slippers like during orientation because I ended up sleeping at the bricks because when we had a 2 day, we slept over. I got
Yeah, me
bricks,
too.
so and I saw it. I was just like, thank God I brought slippers because this thing's gonna give me a wart or infection,
Yeah,
something. It just this store is not ready to just be like, oh my God,
yeah.
tangent. Oh, okay.
So, yeah, shower
My
slippers.
RA. All right. So when we were on move-in day, I moved in the first day. Then I went back
Mhm.
home, and then I came back to officially like I moved in all my stuff
Start.
the first day, and then the second day I moved in to actually start. And we had like a group meeting because it was 2 day moving process. So when everyone else was there, obviously some people had already been sleeping the first night. My
Mhm.
God, my RA went off on because it was a girl RA's in charge of obviously most of the we had Ray, who you know, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name the other one for privacy reasons, but it was a girl RA, I think like a second year or something, and she went, God, she went off on the girls and went so TMI. I don't know what she was all like, "Yo, it's the first night. I can't have tampons and pads on the fucking showers on the floor." She was like, "There." All the guys were like, "Oh," because you gotta imagine most of these guys in college are like, depending where they're from, they're like their knowledge
Mhm.
or their not either their knowledge or their openness to talking about like girl products and girl hygiene, girl. There's like very limited at best. So all
Yeah.
these guys are just like, God, should we be here? We can't leave. This is a mandatory meeting,
Yeah.
but I don't know if this is where we air it out. But she was like hella strict day one. She's like, I don't want to
Yeah.
see anything. And then when she asked Ray to speak about the guys, he's like, y'all did good. You did good. First day, good job,
Yeah.
guys. Obviously,
Oh my
there
god.
were stories and stuff that happened in between then and the
Yeah.
end of that first year. I only dormed for my first year, but it was just like, my God, that first day would like hit right away. Everyone's like, oh my
Yeah.
God, and I didn't know who was already sleeping there, so thank God I didn't like picture like who, my God, who did. It was like oh my God, it was just like a wave of just like it was like she like held it in from the night before and just released it in like one punch. I was like,
Mhm.
oh God. Anyway, but anyway, back to talk about what advice would you give people who are about to do their first time dorming, living with roommates, dorm mates, floor mates.
Yeah,
So,
I would say, yeah, shower slippers.
got it.
I would say invest in a really good mattress pad. for sure.
I didn't take that
And
advice.
you didn't take that
No,
advice?
I just slept on that
You
mattress.
should
Let's
have.
go.
Oh my god, horrible. I bought, like, my parents bought me, like, a Costco mattress pad, and I swear to you, I had the best night's sleep ever. My friends would, like I remember one time, so there's a girl that lived next to me in my dorm. She was really good friends with me and my roommate, but specifically my roommate, and so sometimes I'd, like, walk in, like, from class, and she would just be sleeping in my bed. And, like, honestly, I was pretty cool with it because I liked her, I didn't really care, and I knew my bed was comfy, but it was just, like, crazy because
Just
you would think,
like what the
yeah,
fuck?
like, "What the fuck?
Just like
You're in
hello?
my bed."
Like you're
Yeah,
in my.
but yeah, I would definitely say you should invest in shower slippers, a mattress pad, and then I think roommate-wise, so as an RA, I didn't really have that much, like, roommate disagreement, but from the one roommate disagreement I did have, I would say just communicate with your roommate and, like, don't expect you and your roommate to be, like, BFFs right off the bat,
Right.
you
Or
know?
ever. If like sometimes it's
Forever.
like because like usually first year you don't get to choose your roommate. You're just like, oh,
Bro
here's my
Yep.
roommate that is completely different from me, but gotta live for at least a semester to a year now with this person. So
Yeah, you gotta live with them. I mean, definitely we were like I was a pretty clean roommate and I was pretty much MIA for the most part. But I think for this particular situation, she wasn't invited to I guess they had like the same group of friends and then she wasn't invited to the hangout. And I was just like, oh man, like this is so petty. Like, who cares? You know? If
yeah,
they didn't invite you, they're not your real friends. Move on, get new friends, you know? Or
right.
communicate with them. Don't be talking shit. Like, I don't know. I was just like, wow, like first year problems is for show first year
Yeah,
problems.
yeah. First year. Ooh, wow, I
Yeah.
have so many stories about dorming. My God. Sorry, I had my roommate who slept talk so much, like literally
Mind you.
sat up, started talking, like
Really?
shot up, started talking like, "Hey, you don't do that," shit," and it would just knock back out, and I'm just like, "Oh my
Wow.
God."
Like, did I just see that?
Like what the and it's like it was like the funniest. Yeah, and then both of my roommates, I'm gonna say it. It's like it's okay. I'm not gonna name names. Not gonna name where we were, but it's like I would come back to the room late at night because I didn't hang out with my roommates too much. But I will come back in the room and just the smell of dank when I opened the room at 2 a.m. was just so strong. Oh my
Yes.
God, there's this one time. Okay, so we
Mhm.
have a hallway, right? So there's a hallway in my dorm, right? And it was like there's a door, there's like a middle lobby area, very tiny. If you remember anything about the bricks, right? Any
Yeah.
second or third floor of any of the bricks buildings, there's like the mini lobby in the middle, which is not much, but it's usually just a chill, neutral area. And then one side is like it's just doors on either side for each hall, and you open the door, and obviously you walk in, and depending which side your bathroom is, you go there, whatever, right? Because we had co-ed,
Mhm.
not co-ed rooms, but co-ed dorms, right? But so a lot of my friends in my dorm were on the other side, so I would walk across to the other hallway and talk with them. So I was chatting them for like hours, right? As you do when you're like a freshman, maybe it's a weekend or Friday, and you're just kind of chilling. Then I decided like, I need to go. I need because no one is,
Go back to your dorm.
yeah, no one, whoever's on that side of the dorm didn't say anything about what I saw, or they just never came out of the room, right? So I
Mhm.
went back. I looked through the window of the door to where my side was, right? And it's just this. At first, I panicked. I was like, "What the fuck?" I opened it, and to confirm it, it was just this thick, dense fog.
Ew.
Well, what we found out was some people were hitting like some bongs or something and
Okay,
didn't
okay.
air out their room correctly, so it legit hotboxed the entire hallway.
Wow.
And I was like, I was being a freshman. Where do I go to? RA? Hell
Yeah.
no! Back to my friends, like, bro, you gotta check this out! And all the girls and guys like ran to the other side to see what I was talking about because I was like so hype. And they looked and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, what the fuck? because obviously you can't tell where the object is. Just like it's like the
Yeah,
movie The
it's just
Fog. It's like that
everywhere.
horror movie. It's like what's in there? It's like monsters and shit. And my friend's an idiot. Right before we get our RA, my friend's an idiot. He's like, "I'm gonna run into it." He's like, and then before I could question it, he runs in. And I'm just like, he
Wow.
disappears for a good like minute because on the way back he can't see. So he's like on the wall coming back. And he's all like, I think I got high. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if that's how it works, but
So
okay.
did you call your RA?
Yeah, we called our RA. We call obviously law enforcement and fire department got involved just to see, but no one
Dang.
got punished outside of like a
Yeah.
warning because we're hella chill on our campus. We're all good. We're hella chill. RA was chill. Police were chill. Fire department was chill. Thank God.
Yeah.
But it
I
was
mean, they
like
couldn't tell
it
who it
was the
was too.
funniest shit because it was like
That's
it's
hella
straight out
cool.
of a horror movie. It took like an hour to like let that all like
Air it out.
dispense and just like clear out. I was like, what
That's
the fuck? I think
crazy.
they like even like I don't know if this was a vacuum. I just heard something like tube thing like so I was like they vacuuming like Ghostbusters and shit. The fucking
Hmm.
smoke. It was that's funny. Yeah, our your first year at your dorm is gonna be make or break in terms of not make or
Yeah.
break for like your experience at college because you still have at least 3 years ahead of you and you can decide whatever. But that first year, you can make some of the best memories or some of the worst or maybe both.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a ride. So any people out there who are getting ready to dorm, I mean not right now. We're in the middle of like we're near the end of January, so I doubt anyone's moving in right now. But if you're let's say you're a senior right now, you know what college you're going to, or actually
You're
acceptance day is it,
thinking
but you
about it.
thinking about going to college, you're thinking you're most likely going to
Mm.
dorm. Just so what is it? Yeah, shower slippers, mattress,
Mattress pad.
mattress pad. Anything else?
Yeah.
Am I
What
forgetting? Oh,
else?
communicate with your roommates.
Communicate with your roommates.
I would put have
Uh,
fun in there. Just have fun.
yeah, have hella fun. You know, I was like a boring. I wasn't like boring, but I definitely didn't have memories like that.
Oh,
Where,
that's what the bricks
yeah,
ruled. Why'd y'all get rid of it?
that's
Or
true.
very nice looking gym, but
Yeah.
but I didn't think it had to. You didn't have to. But it's all good.
Space.
You
More
could have like
space.
we didn't have to have a swimming pool on that side. You know the other side is
Mhm.
the other side could have been it, but it's all good. It's all good. We could have had indoor pool.
It's okay.
Could have got an indoor heated pool.
Facts.
No, I mean
Facts.
it is a heated pool, but it's outdoors, so you can't really use it during winter if it's raining.
Yeah. No, for real.
But it's all good. But yeah,
Yeah.
dorm. So you're like boring. What do you mean boring? Like you didn't do anything really, or
I like no, because me and my roommate, we would like sleep at like 9, 10, not 9, maybe like 10, 11.
or ugh,
I know,
10
boring.
as a freshman
Yeah,
in college? What
I
are
know.
you?
But I didn't like my floor like that.
Okay.
My floor, they were like, the girls were dramatic. I like the guys there, they were cool. But the girls were so dramatic. And oh, you know what was crazy?
What?
So there was this person on our floor who was like, I can't say it. Nicaragu. It's like from South America. It's like,
Okay.
yes.
Nicholas,
So,
Nikolai,
yeah,
something Nick. Let's call him
no,
Nick. He's Nick from now
Nick.
on.
Yeah, so Nick. So he is like half black, half Spanish. And my roommate, like our friend who lived next to us, she was black and she was black and Portuguese. And this person was racist. And Nick called her the N-word with a hard R when they got into like a fight. Can you believe that?
Ooh,
I
not just with the R.
Yeah, with the
I
R.
don't think I don't even there's not many places in the world that would publicly use it with a R. Like the
Yeah,
nerve. Oh my god.
I know. And you know, we're in California in the Bay Area.
Yeah, that's like
So it was crazy.
man,
And
that fight
and
must have been intense.
he was from like he was also from like a very like multi-ethnic community before that too. So I was just like, dang, you should for sure know better that you don't
I
use that
can
word.
bet you someone on that floor has that recorded somewhere on their Snapchat. I would not doubt.
I
Someone,
mean, the RAs were involved and stuff,
yeah, that
so
was a no. We didn't have any
that's
fights on our floor.
okay.
We had like drama, obviously, because some people are like, you just put a
Yeah.
bunch of out of high school
If you
people
put a bunch,
together
yeah, a bunch of girls
in a
together,
co-ed environment, you're bound to have drama, but nothing like that.
yeah,
We had like
I think that was like the most.
stereotypical relationship drama or anything like that. We didn't have like a fight that had a racial remark. That's y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Our floor was really
I like,
chill, so I don't. To be fair, our floor was just a bunch of. I wasn't one of them, but I would say most of my floor was a bunch of potheads. I love
yeah,
y'all if you're listening, but like y'all were fucking hella chill, so that's probably why everyone was just so relaxed.
yeah. No, the girls on my floor were dramatic, always starting stuff. But
Yeesh.
I don't really hang out with my floor like that.
Yeah, I haven't
I mean,
really
the
hung out with
guys,
my floor people recently either, but to be fair, a lot of them have graduated or moved on, so it's just
mhm,
you might grow apart from people, but the
yeah,
memories are always gonna be there.
yeah. I mean, it was cool. Yeah, so I would say that those would probably be like my, I guess like four things to think about when you move to college. Also get involved.
Get involved. Just
Yeah, get
join the
involved.
club, join an org, join Greek life, do something.
Do something, or you're
Just
gonna end up dropping out and like moving back home.
yeah, you gotta branch out. Just like find
You gotta
something.
network.
Network, yes.
Network or don't work. That's like my quote.
So basically, you're just like, yeah, network, gotta have fun. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta have fun. Buy slippers, get a mattress. I can't remember the name because I never
Mattress
had it.
pad.
Mattress pad,
Right? I'm pretty sure it's called a mattress pad.
and communicate with your mates. Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be clean.
be clean. Be clean. Unless y'all
Yeah.
have an agreement, like, yeah, we're not gonna be clean, and we're like,
Yeah.
chill.
If you agree with
Like, we're
that.
okay with roaches and ants. Let's go.
I know.
Ugh, ugh.
No. Disgusting. Rats? No.
Nah,
No.
saw some cockroaches sometimes, but I think they're just native to not native, but they're just all around San Jose, so it's just bound to happen.
Yeah. Bound to
But
happen.
you don't want the cockroaches nesting in your fucking room. Fucking
No.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like
Wow.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
what
post grad hard.
post grad? What have you been
Post grad
doing post
hard.
graduation?
So we were talking about this previously, but I like did too much in college. And literally last semester, I really didn't have time for myself. So I think my body was just like, okay, you just get through this semester, and then graduate. And then once I graduated, I like completely got like got sick. I didn't get the flu, but I'm pretty sure I got a cold. And so for like a whole like week and a half, like I was just in bed
Oof.
sick. And then in January, so my internship didn't start till like this week. So this was my first week in my internship. And so I was just like, you know what? I just need to chill. But it was so hard because when you move, like, I mean, obviously you're commuting too, and you're
Yeah,
you're kind of like 40 minutes away from San Jose, right?
yeah, 40 minutes to an hour depending on
Yeah.
traffic. But
Like
yeah,
I'm only 30 minutes away. Like I'm 30 minutes away from San Jose State, but like the postgrad depression was real because I didn't live near my friends anymore. The people that I hung out with every single day were not easily accessible to me anymore. I didn't have like that, okay, I'm gonna go to class. I'm gonna have class. I'm gonna have like a schedule or extracurriculars. It was just hard. And then being back under my parents, like, and maybe it's different for you because you're commuting, so you're still under your parents' roof. But I was not living with my parents for like 4 years, and then all of a sudden I have to move back, and then have to tell them where I'm gonna be at. It's not like I could just leave at like 12 at midnight if I wanted to get like a burger from In-N-Out. I
yeah.
have to tell my parents. So I think that was just like really hard too because I went from having so much freedom and so much independence to having none. It was just so hard on me. And I've always been an independent person. So just having to deal with that was hard. I was like crying like almost every
It's
day.
like a mini culture shock. Even though you've
Yeah.
been obviously with your parents, or you've lived with them for most of your life, but it was like going to college and coming back. It was like Is it like how people experience culture shocks? Like everything's different, don't know how to function,
Yeah,
anxious, depressed, or just something.
yeah,
You're just like everything's off. It's taking a long time to adjust.
yeah. And like in college, you see your friends in class, you hang out with them. So it's not like you won't see them. But then, I mean, luckily for me, a lot of my like high school friends moved back home too. So it's not like I didn't have friends here. But then we all have like, jobs. We're all doing our own thing. It's not like we're walking distance from each other. So like even hanging out with them and like hitting them up was hard too. And not to mention when you're unemployed, you're broke as fuck. So even
Yeah,
wanting to hang out, I'm just like, damn, I'm balling on a budget right now. I don't got money to be spending 20 bucks on a meal, you
right,
know?
right,
Yeah. So, but I feel like you just gotta go with those emotions, talk to whoever you need to about it and
right.
just like let it out. And then hopefully, like, luckily for me, I think my post grad depression happened for like a week and then I'm pretty over it now. But that was a tough week. Like, I was super emo.
Eesh.
Like, I was
Imagine
crying.
being sick, away from
I
friends. My
know.
God,
Yeah, so it was really hard, but I feel pretty good now.
that's, that's good.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Good to hear you're doing better now.
Yeah, so hopefully you'll find a job. Or actually no, don't find a job. Or if you have like a job lined up, definitely take a break before going to your job.
Like
You know what I mean?
just like a mental reset.
Yeah. Yeah, mental reset. Because I think from what I've talked to a lot of people and my friends who graduated and then went to school or like went to like their straight 40-hour full-time job are like exhausted. They didn't really have that like break to go on vacation, to just like have that mental reset. And I mean, I did, and then I still had like an internship lined up, but it definitely helped a lot in terms of like burnout and having to like go through those emotions and stuff.
Right.
And it's okay if you have an internship after post grad.
Or a
My
job or
parents,
just anything lined up. Just gotta reset.
yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. You don't want to just go straight into it. Like that's it's gonna be too jarring
Yeah.
mentally.
I mean, if you like, I feel like if you, because I could afford to not do that, you know what I
Right.
mean? But some people, like, I understand that that's not always the case. People got bills to pay, rent to pay. They want to stay in San Jose. They got bills. So I
Right.
understand to an extent, like, why. But if you have that privilege to do that, then for sure, take advantage of it.
Do you boo boo?
Yeah, exactly. Don't let no one tell you what you're doing wrong because at the end of the day, you're going to get where you need to be at the time at your own pace. Yeah.
I would say
Cause
yeah. I haven't I haven't graduated yet, but from what I've heard from people, I just heard talk to a friend today. He's like, bro, I'm getting major FOMO seeing all my friends who are still in college, or even the people who are graduated with me or doing things. It's really like I need to do something, even though you really shouldn't. You don't have I'm like don't have a job yet. You're not ready to go just go out, hang out. But he's like, man, I really just want to like go out every day. It's hella weird not being able to have the freedom to just do that on a whim now.
mhm.
I would say so. From what my head is thinking, I would say you got develop like some hobbies, extracurriculars, like
Yeah,
go work out, go read books, as I know you like to do very
I
much.
know.
Which this is a good segue to talking about about your
You're so
love of
funny.
books. Because the first thing when we met, when we were introducing ourselves during Tagalog, by the way, magandang gabi, it's nighttime right
Magandang
now.
gabi.
Magandang gabi. Just, but yeah, the first thing you were saying is like when we were introduced to each other. You say you're like I love to read books. And it's like
Mhm.
just because I read books in the past, but my genre of literature, as you would call it, with these big words, my big vernacular, as, you know, I was like I read a lot of read a lot of fantasy, like
Mhm.
in the beginning, stuff like Harry Potter, stuff like
Yeah.
Percy Jackson and the Heroes of Olympus series. I followed that.
Oh, I love that
Where
one
I tried to
too.
read Aragon. Still haven't finished the last book, which I have, but it is so freaking
No, me
long.
too. I have the
It is
Percy
so
Jackson's last
long.
book.
Which one?
Yeah.
The
The
original
the
series?
yeah, the Hades one. Is that the last book? The
Uh,
House of Hades?
or that's Heroes of Olympus, right? I think that's the second to last, or
Okay.
Heroes of Olympus. That's the one that they introduced Roman aspects to the Greek gods, right? It gets
Uh,
confusing, and it's right now
yeah.
they're on the third series of that. They have Egyptian spin-off series. They have Norse. They have
The good.
think don't quote me
I
on
think
this.
they have like
Korean. I know they're having Indian soon
I think they have
spin-off
the
where
Indian. Yeah.
he's not writing it, but he's basically like, I made a multiverse. Look at me. He's like,
Yeah,
I'm
like he says
Marvel. I'm
that.
the Marvel of the book world, and he's still Rick Riordan is a hustler. He's making a book almost every year, alternating series, changing it up. Just the amount of I know he takes breaks in between the series that he does make, but my god, the burnout he must feel every once in a while. The writer's block. Oh, I could not imagine.
I know.
And the stress of having
Yeah.
to have a high profile book series and a very subpar movie series. I don't go into that.
Hey, Logan Lerman, he's bae.
Yes, and like 6 years too old for
Yeah,
Percy.
no, he
Hey,
was so
Annabeth is
beautiful.
blonde and blue eyes. Let's get a brunette.
I know, right?
No, I mean they're okay.
Other than that,
They're not adaptation wise. They don't do the adaptation that well, but movies are okay. It's no Last Airbender.
oh God, horrible.
Not Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh god,
Ew.
horrible. We're not gonna get into that today.
Oh,
That could be a whole
oh,
podcast on my own. I can tell you right now. If I were to say, hey, we're gonna roast Last Airbender, I could get a live stream of 10 people just ripping it to shreds.
ready,
Right?
ready.
Like who wants to talk? Who wants to talk about Last Airbender? I'm gonna share a screen. We're just gonna watch it. Gonna commentary track. We're just gonna go for it.
Oh my God.
It's just like the first thing. Are you the Avatar Ong? Oh.
Og, who the fuck?
It's like we tried to be culturally accurate. It's it's a cartoon.
You want to be culturally accurate? Why didn't you fucking hire Asians for the main characters instead of the background?
Yeah, and then if you're gonna hire some white people, can you like get some good actors at the minimum, please? If we like I c- I mean, I don't know if they're bad or good because you don't know what
That was a
stuff,
while
but
ago
it's just
too.
like
Yeah,
they're teenagers, but I'm just like everything about that movie was
it was
wrong
trash.
except for vaguely following the story of book one. That is the only
Yeah.
thing that got right. They got from point A to point B.
Mickey.
Everything in the middle was wrong.
Yeah,
it's just like
horrible.
it's just like of course somehow Zuko and Iroh somehow the best part of that movie. Like the show.
I
Just
know.
is because
They're the
good
only
storytelling
Asian
shines out no
characters.
matter what. But anyway, so that's my background. And then obviously as a weeb as some might call it, I do read manga and I do read a few comics, but I'm not like big into like the world of literature as a whole outside of like AP Lit and
Mm-hmm.
reading Night or oh my god, Night. That's a third. Why did I pick Night of all things? My god, that's so sad.
That was a sad one.
Of
Did you
Mice and
see that
Men.
they have
Oh
a
god, it's so everything. My god, they made us read some sad shit. Romeo and
they
Juliet.
did.
It's so sad. What the fuck?
They wanted to give us
Everything's
empathy.
yeah. They gave us depression instead. No,
Did
but
you see that
yeah.
they have a new movie?
For which one?
Sorry, off track. There's a new movie out about the president of the Philippines during World War II.
Oh,
I think Quezon.
I did see it. It was like when he let. I saw a trailer. It was like something about letting the Jews come to the Philippines, or
Yeah,
but I didn't really. It was like I couldn't tell it was a movie or commercial until the end.
it was a movie. Yeah.
I knew it was a movie at the end, but like I came in halfway through. I think I don't know who was watching. It was on the TV, and I was like,
Mhm.
"It's a high produced commercial," because it felt that way. It didn't really feel like a trailer.
Yeah,
Like
dude, I
who
want to
cut
watch
this
it.
trailer though? It was like it's not. I didn't know it was a movie until like right at the end. I was like. The fuck? No, but
It's
yeah,
on.
actually, it seemed
Yeah.
interesting. If I get a chance, maybe I'll go try to check it out.
No, you can't. They stopped playing it in the Bay
Never
Area
mind. I'll go to where was it?
today.
Well, I'll I'll figure it
Watch it.
out one
I know,
day.
right?
No, but
When it
yeah,
goes on DVD or streaming
yeah,
online. No,
yeah,
but it looks good.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
Well, anyway,
I was
we're
surprised.
back to you
Anyway, back
on your love of books. Where did that start
yeah,
from? What do you read? What's your favorite stuff to read? What's your favorite book? What are your favorite authors? Just go
yeah.
off, go,
Go off.
go,
Fly.
fly.
Yeah. So you know Beauty and the Beast,
Book or movie?
the movie.
Okay, I just want to
So
say
that's
the
basically why I like books.
movie, but yeah, okay, Disney, I assume, right? The Disney ones,
Yeah,
because I know there's
yeah.
because it's public domain. A lot of people made Beauty and the Beast movies, but I assume you mean the Disney original animated one. Yes, I know it. I wanna
Yeah.
go in the great white somewhere. Da da
Wow.
da 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 da
This is
da.
karaoke night now, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, that's like the only. What do I?
The
That's the reprise of that song, right? When she's like by
wow.
herself. I
Yeah.
know my Disney. Come on, don't.
Wow.
Anyway, but
I'm
yeah.
surprised. Yeah, so that's so Belle, she is like my favorite princess, and that's why I like reading.
Oh yeah, that's
And
her literally the first trait. That yeah, that's right. It's like one of the first scenes. She's literally reading a book. She's literally going to the library to get another book that she's already read, but she's gonna read anyway.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so she's the reason why, and then I just never stopped reading. And I wanna say, like, high key, like 4 years ago, we didn't really have a lot of representation in the book world in terms of, like, Filipino Americans in any books. And I remember just, like, in elementary school asking my librarian, like, "Oh, is there any, like, books on the Philippines?" Or, like, "Is there any books, like, with Filipinos in it?" And she was, like, basically like, "No." There's, like, what, 1 or 2 books?
I mean, there
And that
probably
was
were,
it.
but like it's not like explicitly said or
No,
like she
there
doesn't read
wasn't.
it. There wasn't at all.
No.
I mean, I never
Like,
looked through
legit.
every book in my school
It's
library, but
like
yeah, I can see that. There's
like a
probably like very
librarian.
little.
Yeah, but yeah, so I never really got to read books, and I think even then, like, the publishing world, it was, like, very white, and so when I read books, who am I gonna picture? I'm not gonna picture me. I'm picturing a white person. Anyways, I, so I started to find, like, a lot more books in college with, like, Filipino characters, and I just really loved it because it felt like, what's it called? Like in class, so, like, in Tagalog class, we're obviously speaking, like, a lot of Tagalog, but also, like, Taglish, right?
Right,
And I think just in general,
right,
Filipinos speak Taglish now. And in these books that I would read, it was, like, dead ass, like, Taglish. Like, they wouldn't be kuya and then parentheses, older brother. It'd just be like, "Oh, this is my kuya and this is blah, blah, blah," you know?
right.
So, it's just really cool, and so I was like, "Damn," like and even, like, for a long time, my friends always, like classmates always reaching out like, "Oh, what book should I read? Do you have any recommendations?" And just recently, I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna make a Bookstagram," which is basically an Instagram dedicated for books.
Yes, get that plug.
That plug. Yeah, but it's basically at Pinaylit, so Pinaylit. And so I just basically post, like, the Filipino American, like, literature, Filipino literature that I read, and I'm almost to a 200, so help me get there.
200. Hey, let's go
Yeah,
support. Right.
no.
I know my girlfriend's seen some of your recommendations. She's read. I don't know
Yeah,
which one it is. Because I haven't
Patron
read it
Saint
yet.
of Nothing. You
Huh?
should read
I
it. Patron
know.
Saint of Nothing.
I should.
You
But
need to read
she
it.
has
You would like
her
it.
book, the book's in her car, and I haven't been in her car in a minute. So, and obviously when I'm in the car, I'm not gonna like turn around like, can I take the
I have the
book?
book. Did she like it?
Yeah,
Did she finish it?
she loved it. She was like, oh my god, it's really good.
It was really good.
So if that, I know it's only one person, but if you want to take recommendations for reading, there, it worked. So it was.
Yeah.
It's not like she's just randomly saying random books and she has super bad taste. It's like, what the fuck is this? This is grammatical. She's this person right here. She knows what she's talking about, literature
Thank
wise. No
yeah. So
problem.
love the Filipino American literature that's like been coming out because it. I think especially with Patron Saints of Nothing, I always say this, but it was like everything I've ever felt being Filipino American and didn't know how to like express it through words was
Right.
perfectly expressed in that book. So I definitely feel like if you are Filipino American, if you're like half white, half Filipino, never been to the Philippines or has only like was born there and then moved here, it's really good. It really explains a lot and like it touches upon topics, a lot of topics in the Philippines that I feel like is very taboo and just like faces it head on and kind of like normalizes it or really deconstructs it in an outside perspective while still being respectful and knowing that this is not necessarily a problem we have. Okay, I'm being too woke, but
It's all good.
it's
No, no,
really
no,
good. Yeah,
no. Okay, let's go. No, that's hella
it's too
good.
woke. But you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like
Articulation was on spectacular.
I don't know if you feel this way, but like, do you feel like the problems that are going in the Philippines? Like, I'm not living there, so why does it matter to me?
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like okay, but
We should still
this is
care.
still
Which is it's still
yeah,
important.
our
Right.
homeland too. Yeah. And we still have and I think especially there, like, they can't really say stuff because if they do anyways, I'm not trying
All
to
right,
get in
all right,
trouble.
all right. We good. We good. Just read. What
Yeah.
was the book that you just recommended?
Patron Saint of Nothing
Patron Saints of
by
Nothing.
Randy Ribai. I think his name is Ribai.
All
Ribai
right.
State.
Everybody say all right. So anyway, that's
He's good.
that, first recommendation. If you want to find more, find her at
Yeah.
deny lit. So that's at DINAYLIT on
Yeah.
Instagram. If you want to hear more from her. Yeah. Is there anything you wanna just anything else you want to talk about? Anything on top of your mind?
I don't know. I feel like I you know what's really weird though?
What?
That we did PCN together our first year in college,
Which
right?
is, by the way, Akbayan. So for those who don't want backstory, real quick, Akbayan hosts PCN, aka Filipino Cultural Night, once a semester. You caught up? Let's go. Go back.
Yeah. And then so both you and we were in PCN together, but
Right.
I never really like talked to you or like even like kind of like noticed you.
Interacted. Like,
Yeah,
to be fair,
interacted
there was like 200 people.
in that
To be
class.
fair, yeah, in that cast, and I did acting and choir for my aspects, and you did. I know you did
And I did
cultural
cultural.
dance.
Yeah, and that was it for my first
So yeah,
year.
we would. There was really never a place where we would have
Third point.
intermingled. But I remember seeing you. I did.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You got heartburn or what?
Maybe. I don't even know. I've been drinking too much water. Maybe no more water. Fuck. Anyway, let's go. No, but I do like I did. I whenever I did see you around campus, I did recognize you.
Yeah,
Like
like
I've
I
seen
recognize
you, but I've know from where. I was like, it's probably Akbayan. You're by the
the
Akbayan table
you know,
when I'm
yeah.
around. So like, it's like you're someone I like knew of, but like I don't think until Tagalog 1A last semester is and we really like, oh okay, and we like we hella
Yeah.
connected.
We hella fucked with each other. We always sat next to each other.
It was fucking
Always
ramen
partners.
spiller. My God, you
I
just spill
know,
all over the
right?
floor,
Always trying to wake you up from sleeping.
bro. Let me sleep. It's hella
Trying to copy
tired.
my homework.
What? I didn't even. What
I
the
know.
fuck? No, I did not
Yeah, you
copy
did.
like once.
Okay, well, I mean, I copied your homework too, but whatever.
Fake. Just kidding.
Sick. Yeah, but and then it was weird because it was literally like my last semester, and I was like, oh shit, like there's still someone that we grew up basically together in college, but never really
Talked or
talked or like
interacted.
had the chance to. Yeah, I even talked to your girlfriend before I even talked to
Because you guys are the
you.
same major, that's why. So you obviously,
Yeah,
but
same
yeah.
class. Yeah,
So like, I always knew of
but
you. I just never like. There was never a point where we're like, yeah, let's talk. Why not?
yeah, I know, right?
All right.
Yeah. And I was kind of surprised because I don't know like what your idea was that Tagalog was gonna be, but I remember going in and I was like, it's gonna be all Akbayan. Like it's gonna be every person from Akbayan is gonna be in that class.
And it's only
But
like half, really.
yeah, it was
Maybe half, maybe
which
a
I
little more than half, but yeah,
yeah.
it was all
So it was
good.
cool.
Yeah, it's hella cool. Hella chill.
Yeah.
Definitely a really good class. If you're in San Jose State, and you need a language, or you just want a fun class, chill class, Tagalog 1A, or if you have some knowledge, Tagalog 1B, a really good class that
Yeah.
you should take. That's a
Yeah.
plug for Tita Edith. Shout out Tita Edith. We love
I
you.
know.
Miss you. Miss the food. Anyway, I think this is a good place to end it. Don't want to go on for too long. We're talking about a lot of stuff today.
I
Yeah,
know.
so Jennifer, you got anything to like plug? Any last minute things? I know you said your Instagram book page, but maybe do it
Yeah.
again. Say it again for the people out
No.
there.
Yeah, follow me, bro.
Yeah, follow her
Join
at
me.
oh
Oh no, not that one.
oh
Follow
uh
me on my
uh
Pinay Lit Instagram.
Pinaylit Instagram. That's at
Yeah.
PINAYLIT on Instagram,
Yeah.
or you can get
Yeah.
a lot of book recommendations from Jen here.
Yes.
It's lit. Ha.
It's lit.
Get lit for literature.
Get woke, bro.
Okay, let's turn into a pun show.
I know.
We don't want to drag on for the audience for this punishment any longer. So I
Yeah.
think it's a good place to end it. So thank all much for listening or watching. I probably already plugged some ads at some point in this podcast, but we're all good. We're all good here. Anyway, for those
Tell me
listening,
how
for
you
those watch,
do it.
yeah, I got it. For anyone of y'all listening, have have a good day, have a good night, wherever you are, wherever in the world. Peace out.
Ingat.